Good morning and welcome to this lecture. In my last lecture, I discussed the techniques of writing a report on an incident or accident caused by nature or human. Today, I will discuss the methods of writing a report on the celebration of a day or on the organization of a program or affair. So, my dear students, let's start. Here you find three types of reports. The first type is concerning accidents or incidents of loss caused by nature or humans. In my last class, I discussed how to write a report on this type, and today I will focus on the second type, that is celebration of a day, organizing a program and affair. And the third type is a particular incident, issue or topic. And we will prepare the answer on the basis of a question of the second type. Here you find a question. Let's read the question first. Suppose you are a reporter of a widely circulated daily. Now write a report on the celebration of the Independence Day in your hometown. Give a title to your report. First, the introduction or the lead. My dear students, in my last class I discussed how to write an introduction or the lead. I told you to include the answers of these 5 questions in the lead or the introduction. What is the report about? Why did the incident take place? When did the incident take place? Why did the incident take place? And how did it happen? So, what is the report about? The report is about the Independence Day. And this is the golden jubilee of our independence. So the title has been written, Golden Jubilee of Independence celebrated in Rangpur. This is the title, and in my last class I discussed how to write a title or heading of a report. While writing the heading, you should keep in mind certain things, and I told you elaborately in my last class. If you did not attend my last class, so you can watch the video in the YouTube channel of Rangpur Government City College. So, what is the report about? The report is about the Golden Jubilee of our independence. Why did it happen or take place? In the compound of Rangpur Public Library. When did it happen? Yesterday. Why did it happen? To commemorate the sacrifice of the people in our country. How did it happen? With solemnity and grandeur. So the lead or the introduction is, the Golden Jubilee of our independence was observed yesterday in the compound of Rangpur Public Library with solemnity and grandeur to commemorate the sacrifice of the people in our country. So while writing a report, you should include the answers of these 5 questions in the introduction or the lead. And now the body. Again, before writing the body of the answer, you should have a plan. And here, on the basis of this question, we have made a plan. In the body, we will include the main incidents. Always, in all type of reports, you will include the main incidents in the body. And here, you can include speech of the persons concerned. in the body you can also write the speech of the person's speech or statement of the persons concerned, and you must avoid the use of first person. Here you will speak nothing of your own. You will be maintain your objectivity. You will not give your opinion here. Just you will describe what has happened, and you can also mention the statement or the speech of the persons concerned. So accordingly we have written the body of this question. On the occasion, the public library compound was decorated with colorful lights, flags and festoons. The day starts with the offering of floral wreaths on the altar of the Shohid Minar. Sorry, here actually, as we are speaking of the incidents happening last day, yesterday, so you should write started here. The day started with the offering of floral wreaths on the altar of the Shohid Minar. The Mayor of Rangpur City Corporation, the Divisional Commissioner, Rangpur Division, Rangpur, DC, Rangpur, all the educational and social institutes offered floral wreaths on the altar of the Shohid Minar of the public library. Students of schools and colleges took part in different events from 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. A meeting highlighting the significance of the day was held in the compound of the public library with the Deputy Commissioner in the chair. The Mayor of Rangpur City Corporation was the chief guest and Divisional Commissioner was the special guest. So my dear students, in the body I have mentioned actually what has happened. Here we find the accounts, the description of the program. The public library compound was decorated with colorful lights, flags and festoons. Just we find a description of the physical description of the compound where the program was held, where the meeting was held, and we find next the description of the day. How did the day start? And my dear students, you can write the answer in some other ways and describing some other incidents of the day, because there are many things to include, but you will write an answer of 10 marks only, so you cannot write the answer too long. You cannot make the answer too long. So just I have included here a few things, and instead of these things you can include some other things, some other happenings of the day. And next, the conclusion. Again, you should have a plan. Here, according to our plan, in the conclusion I have included the speech of the chairman, special guests and chief guests. The guests inspired the young generation to cherish the ideal of the freedom, and I could include here the speech of the statements of the guests, individual statement or individual speech. In that case, the answer would be too long, and I did not want to make the answer too long, and so in a sentence just I have mentioned the statement or the speech of the guests. The guests inspired the young generation to cherish the ideal of the freedom. The chairman of the function, in his closing speech, told the students, here I have used a quotation or a quote of the chairman. You are the future of the nation, and you should know the glorious history of our freedom. So my dear students, in the conclusion, you can include the speech of the chairman or the special guest or the chief guest here, and you can include just one speech of one person, and you can also include all the statements or speeches, individual statements or speeches. But in that case, the answer will be too long, and if you can manage the time, then you can include. So the complete answer is, this is the complete answer, and in the complete answer there are 209 words. Still the answer is not short, rather you can say it's a long answer. It's the answer of 10 marks only. Let's read the complete answer. Golden Jubilee of Independence celebrated in Rangpur. District Reporter, Rangpur, 27 March 2021. The Golden Jubilee of our independence was observed yesterday in the compound of Rangpur Public Library with solemnity and grandeur to commemorate the sacrifice of the people in our country. On the occasion, the public library compound was decorated with colorful lights, flags and festoons. The day started with the offering of floral wreaths on the altar of the Shohid Minar. The Mayor of Rangpur City Corporation, the Divisional Commissioner, Rangpur Division, Rangpur, DC, Rangpur, all the educational and social institutes offered floral wreaths on the altar of the Shohid Minar of the public library. Students of different schools and colleges took part in various events from 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. A meeting highlighting the significance of the day was held in the compound of the public library with the Deputy Commissioner in the chair. The Mayor of Rangpur City Corporation was the chief guest and Divisional Commissioner was the special guest. The guests inspired the young generation to cherish the ideal of the freedom. The chairman of the function in his closing speech told the students, "You are the future of the nation and you should know the glorious history of our freedom." And in the complete answer there are 209 words. Still the answer is long, and if we included the individual statements of the guests, then the answer would be longer, and you in that case will not be able to manage the time. So my dear students, you can write an answer on this type of report following these methods. In the introduction or in the lead, you will include the answers of the 5 questions. In the body, you will describe the main incidents. You can include here the speech or statements of the persons concerned, or you can include the statements or speeches in the conclusion. Here, according to our plan, we have included the statement and statements and speeches of the guests and chairman in the conclusion. So my dear students, following these methods, you can write a report on the celebration of a day, on the organization of a program or a fair. My dear students, now do you have the confidence to write a report of this type? If you follow the lecture sincerely, attentively, I think you can develop an idea on the methods of writing a report of this type. And still, if you have any question or query, you can ask me. I will try to answer your question in my next lecture. So my dear students, that's all today. Thank you very much.